What the heck's going on here? You're not watching President Donald receive his gigantic Peace Prize? Whoa! Best TV today. What do we got for Marianda?
Kamote cube. Fresh from SNR.
Oh, that's those giant kamote, those sweet potatoes we got yesterday?
Yeah, I just hop.
Yeah, oh yeah. Okay. I'm going to try one of those out for size. Sweet and delicious.
Yeah.
It is really a great day for a walk today. A little breezy, a little overcast, and just the right temperature to go out walking without coming back totally sweaty. So what I was thinking is, while Josie's at home and she's singing karaoke because she can sing again, she's got okay to sing after 2 months once her thyroid has kind of recovered a little. And I thought, she likes to sing. Sometimes it's the Filipino volume on the karaoke is a bit much for me because I had a little headache. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to go out and take a nice quiet walk. And there's the good old water tower. Hey, this morning, Josie tells me that I missed the big rally. There was a rally out at the front gate this morning at 7:30, which is way before the time I get up. And it was about a protest about the water situation here. So I said she should go, but she doesn't like to get involved in any of that stuff, and I like to stay in the background on any disputes like that, you know, because I don't think Filipinos really need my help to tell them what's wrong with their water. But nothing's really changed on that situation. It's on and it's off. So far for us, it's good because we still got the storage tank. A few days ago, it was off during one of the times it was supposed to be on because there wasn't any water coming out of the ground, or not enough to fill the pipes, I guess. So I don't know what happened on that deal, but it seems okay again right at the moment. But I think they're going to have a lot of problems unless they find another solution. This one tower, this one deep well, it could be played out. And I don't know how on earth they can supply 4 phases of houses with not enough water. We were looking at giant water tanks. I saw one that was 1,000 liters. No. Josie told me at City Hardware, they had one that was 6,000 liters. It's like half the size of our house, it seems like. We noticed at City Hardware here that they have some tanks. Look at the size of this one. I wonder what the size of that tank is. Yeah, go check that out. That's probably the size we need for Camellia with the on-off of the water. This is about the size we have now. Actually, this is 500 liters, but the one we have is 660, which is a good size. This is a little bigger than ours. That's a lot bigger, 1,000. They have all sizes here.
6,000.
6,000 liters? Yeah. Really? Wow. Anyway, we already are all set, but I'm always curious. I did not even... Did you see these here before? I don't remember these being here. This store isn't too old, maybe about a year old now. That is one big tank. Huh? Wow. That'd be a lot of water. I don't know how long that would last, but you never know. Might have to do that. I paid for that 6,000 6,000 gallon truck to come. So that would mean I could just call a truck and fill it up, and we'd be good for quite a while. Oh, I wonder what's going on here. You know what? This is something to do with the water situation is what this is. I bet they're bringing water in to fill. I'll just bet, because this truck passed me a while ago going the other direction. This is a very good question. What is going on with this? Should we follow it and see? I'm wondering. Maybe we'll follow it. Yeah, let's follow it. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so what was my subject going to be? You can't have a video without a discussion of whatever nuts thing Trump's doing, right? I see he finally got his peace award. He got some soccer organization to give him an award. And it was so funny. Red carpet. He has a medal that goes, on a lanyard around his neck in a box, and some kind of globe thing, I guess. A gold, of course. But wow. Trump was like a kid in the candy store. He was like a first grader that just graduated. First grade, he was so proud. He proudly ran over to the box, whipped that medal out, and didn't even wait for anybody to put it around his neck. He placed it around his own neck. He was the proud Donald, so proud. So many wars solved, right? So many wars in such a short time. It's incredible. Okay, is the water going in or out? I say they're putting water in the system, but we'll see. We'll see what they're doing. So this may be, we may have to cancel the Trump discussion and go on the water discussion, because I'm really curious. So what are they doing? I think we're adding water to Camellia. But let's see. It's either, I can't believe they'd be filling it up, because we don't hardly have water. So I would think that they're putting water into the system, but I don't know. That is an excellent question. That's what it is. They're putting water into the system. Wow. So they're bringing in fire truck. Yeah. They bring a fire truck in to fill a thing. It's exactly what they're doing, because look. The hose goes up. I guess. Okay, that's the whole question. Okay, I see that hose. Yeah, see that hose up there? It's going up and over the top. So they're filling it, all right? They're filling it. That thing has enough pressure. That thing is pressurized enough to push it up there? Must be. Must be, huh? Huh. Hello. Is the water going up in the tank?
Yes.
I wondered. Wow. I was surprised it could go up that far. Huh. Wow. Yep, it's going up into the tank. Huh. Well, that's good news. Okay, we'll leave these guys to do their work. There we go. I was wondering about that one. I was wondering about that one. How on earth could just the water pressure go up without a pump? Now they got it pumping. That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, they got it running right up over the top and into the tank. Huh. All right, onward. So that's the way we get our water. The fire department hauls it in. So they're really, what happened the other day may be a fact, that the well is running low. They just aren't getting enough water out to supply people even for half a day. Oh, how interesting, huh? Well, we got our tank. I can buy a bigger tank if I have to. I can buy water. We will survive. We will survive. But I do feel very sorry for people that don't have tanks, which are most people. There's a few tanks here, but not that many. Not that many at all. And those people are really the lucky ones. So we are the lucky ones that we could afford to buy a tank. But I'll tell you, it's well worth it. Unless you want to just really, really struggle with buckets and drums and hauling water by hand. You know, that's not really on my retirement plan. So anyway, back to Trump. We were going to discuss Trump, right? You still want to hear more about Trump? Well, here's my question to you, though. My question is, do you think this guy will survive? Before, I thought, will the United States survive Trump? But now, I see he's really deteriorating. I mean, you know, the big deal they're making about his ankles, the fact that he's getting MRIs, more cognitive tests, he said. Why do his doctors feel it necessary to keep testing his cognition? And what's the big secret about the MRI? You know, he acts like it's a mystery what it was for. And then you got the hands, the bruises on the hands, which are obviously caused by blood leaking through the skin from heavy-duty blood thinners. That's what happens when you take something like Coumadin. You have to keep getting tested, you know, so because Coumadin was developed from warfarin, and warfarin is actually a rat killer, and it makes rats bleed out. But in the proper dosage, it's a very powerful blood thinner for people, which is kind of boggles the mind, doesn't it? The whole rat poison thing is seems kind of appropriate. Anyhow, because of all of the testing and stuff, it makes you wonder. And then here's the other thing. He really just looks really tired now. You remember when Biden looked tired? You remember if Biden would so much as blink his eyes and they'd stay closed for more than 2 seconds, it'd be all over the news? Remember Trump hammering him, Sleepy Joe, still does, right? And now, same thing's happening to him. And honestly, that doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. I wouldn't even blame him. 79 years old, and he's president of the United States. I mean, or is he 80 now? whatever he is, he's old to have to handle that much decision making and responsibility. So I think he'd be exhausted. I'm sure I would be. So I don't hold that against him at all. I guess it's just the fact that he just hammered Biden on the very same issue. You know? And now that the shoe's on the other foot, he says it's all bullshit what the press is doing to him. But it wasn't bullshit when he was doing it to Biden. That's the way Trump works. The other thing, his decisions, you know, before that's always his deal, being chaotic, going from one thing to another, diverting attention off anything that's in the news bad about him by doing some other stunt that seems crazy. But you get that. There's a point to it. But now he's doing things that, honestly, they seem almost solely based on ridiculous personal praise by other people, like the ex-president of Honduras. You know, he praises him. He calls him Your Excellency. You've changed my life. And all of a sudden, somebody that was viciously supplying drugs, hundreds of tons of drugs, to the U.S., has become a good guy. And yet, a suspected drug boat, shipping drugs, if they were there, to another country. That's the other thing. They found out that those drugs weren't going to the U.S. at all. They were going to one of the other Caribbean countries. So you're in foreign waters and you find it imperative to blast a few people off the face of the earth. And yet somebody that has done so much damage to the U.S. is fully deserving of a pardon. You know, there's something wrong with the mind that's working that way. So in the news, he hammers the drugs. He finds it incredible emergency to kill anyone that might be suspected of drugs, and yet he can pardon somebody that was probably responsible for many thousands of deaths with the drugs that this guy has supplied to the U.S. It's just, this is not the decision making of a sane person, even Donald Trump. That the praise and the glory and the legacy that he wants as king of the world is his prime motivation in doing some of these bizarre things. I even saw where he actually pardoned a Democrat, and this was somebody, another financial crimes deal, which a lot of the people that he pardons are for financial crimes, like, you know, like he himself has been convicted of. But if you praise him enough, and or give him some money, and or give him something colored gold, you know, that's all it takes. President of the United States. Okay, so stay tuned for the latest Crazy Donald story, and we'll see what's up tomorrow. But first, breaking news. And I do mean breaking news. Josie busted a tooth. You remember that camote earlier? Well, she busted a tooth on it. All she wants for Christmas is her two front teeth, and no more camote before Christmas.